What's up? What's up? It's Jane Hamill. Hello, entrepreneurs. Just got back from Miami, back to chilly Chicago. But let me tell you, I got to meet so many entrepreneurs in 2 days at the Miami Fabric Show. It was so fun. I gave 3 seminars. I did costing and pricing. We did how to get sales on Instagram. It was literally an amazing experience. So, any of you who were there, hi, I had fun. It was so fun. It was freezing in that room, wasn't it? Oh my God. Anyway, here's what I want to talk to you about today. A theme that was just constantly coming down with all of the entrepreneurs I met in the past 3 days. And I'm on a real high for meeting you all in person, by the way. It was a blast. And seeing some old friends and clients and customers and all the things. I don't have enough time. I have a limited amount of time. How do I get things done faster? How can I make this go faster? Which should I focus on first? There's too much to do, not enough time. Okay, I get it. I get it. I am an entrepreneur just like you. I struggle with this just like you. I buy planner after planner. I have a whole graveyard pile of planners that I've used or not used. I stick to a planner. I get rid of it. I do time blocking. I stop. I start. I stop. I start. I stop. I get it. So much to do. And we always have to reorganize our days, our thoughts, our priorities to get work done that makes money, right? And sometimes we get too overwhelmed to even get anything done. And that is what we want to avoid. So the cure for I don't have enough time. Are you listening? Are you ready? This is going to be really simple and might feel too simple for you, but just try this, okay? So a few weeks ago, months ago, whatever, we did a live 9 pillars to a successful business, and it went for 9 weeks. And I went through this, 9 different pillars with a small group, maybe 20 some people of entrepreneurs each week. And the first lesson was, I know you have too much to do, and I know that this program you're in with me is going to give you more to do and more to think about. So here's a tip, a cure for I don't have enough time. Do whatever you do. Whatever system you have is fine, okay? Many of you have to-do lists that are like 17 pages long. I get it. Some of you do time blocking. You do the Pomodoro method. We all are trying to maximize our time all the time. And here's something that's worked for me as an entrepreneur with multiple businesses, as a person who has recently been diagnosed with ADHD in the last 6 years. Would have been good to know a few years ago, right? But what has really helped me is the Post-it method, the 3-thing Post-it method. Made this thing up. I probably heard it from somewhere. I don't know, but I started doing this. I have my whole list. I have my whole calendar. I have all the things. And I look at it and I go, all right, I have to learn to trust my word. I have to learn to trust that I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And when my list is this long, there's no way this is all going to get done. And it just is constantly making me feel like kind of overwhelmed and a sense of not enoughness. Now, I don't really work off one big to-do list. I use a calendar and time blocking, but no matter what I found is that if I just take a Post-it every day, one Post-it, and I honestly just draw 3 little boxes on there and 3 things that have to get done today, or I decide I'm going to do today, no matter what. So if it's, 100 things on my list and 12 things I want to do today, that's fine. Totally fine. But I choose the 3 that will get done no matter what. So if I say, well, I'm pretty sure I can, pick up my son's prescription, finish this podcast episode, and get that training finished, right? Whatever, So let's say you are I need to pack and ship these orders. Which I hope you're not packing and shipping your own stuff, even if you're a startup. There's teenagers in your neighborhood who can do that with you or for you, but whatever the things you want to get done. What are you willing to commit to that are going to get done no matter what? Short of you coming down with the flu and being taken to the bed, if you have to take to the bed and you're sick and you can't do it, would be the only reason, open heart surgery. That would be a reason you couldn't get it done. So even if it's 9:00 tonight and you have your Post-it and it has 3 things on it that you promised you would do today. You are going to do them. Now, here's the key. You do not put things on the Post-it unless you are committed to doing them today. So if I say, I'm pretty sure I can go to the pharmacy, get my kids stuff and this and that. If I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it, I think I can. It doesn't go on my Post-it. The only things that go on my Post-it are things that will be done no matter what. So like this morning, I wrote I just got back from a trip to, Florida for this show, this trade show. So the list is long, right? And it's a Friday and there's a lot to do. And so I wanted to put 7 things on my Post-it, but I resisted the urge because what is most important about the Post-it system is that I trust myself that if I say on the Post-it, it's going to be done today, it is done. I need to trust my word. If I think I can do it or I want to do it, it goes on a list. It doesn't go on the Post-it. The only things that go on the Post-it are things that I am committing to myself that I will do to build trust in myself, because so many of us have very unrealistic goals and plans about what we can get done, especially in a short term. I know there's a whole theory behind we underestimate what we can do in a year, in a lifetime, in a business, and we way overestimate what can get done in a day, in a week, in a month, right? We underestimate how much we could do in a longer time frame, and we way overestimate how much I can get done today. And when we set goals or we have intentions or we tell people we're going to do stuff and then we don't do it, it starts to chip away at our confidence and our ability to trust ourselves to do the things. And it's subtle, right? It's subtle. It's like, well, I'm going to work out today, but then I didn't. It just takes a little piece off of me trusting myself as an entrepreneur away. So what I've found is that having this 3 Post-it system and keeping this as if I put on there, show up for my doctor's appointment today, I'm going to do that. If I had a meeting with Oprah today, I'm going to do that. But what happens is we make it a deal with ourselves and we break our word to ourselves all the time. All the time. A lot of us do. And I am really working to changing that. And I have been working with coaches on this. I've been in programs. I'm reading books about how to trust yourself, because the entrepreneur's ability to trust him or herself, themselves, is one of the most important things. If you have the confidence in yourself to do what you say you're going to do, it opens up a whole new world, like a whole new world of, hey, I will set that goal. Because I know if I just take it step by step and I only focus on agreeing to do the things I'm going to do, eventually I'm going to get there. The timing is TBD. Okay. And one thing is for sure, we all want everything as quickly as possible. We want the shortcuts. I do too. And if I had mega shortcuts, believe me, this podcast would be called The Shortcuts for Entrepreneurs to Save You Tons of Time and Money and Energy so you don't have to suffer. But that is not how it works. You don't need me to tell you that. So I encourage you to take a Post-it out every day and only put on things there that you are going to actually do. Maybe it's one thing a day. Maybe it's the one thing I know I can do today is exercise. And I'm going to do that. And it's going to be 10 minutes, walk around the block. Boom. And the one thing I know I'm going to do is email such and such a person. And then the third thing I know I'm going to do is spend 10 minutes a day responding to comments on my social media. 10 minutes today. I shouldn't say a day, whatever. These can be simple things. The whole point is what goes on your Post-it is what you promise to yourself, because you are an important person. You are as important as keeping your word to the dentist or the hairdresser or someone who's going to charge you for not showing up for that appointment. So don't lie to yourself. Don't put anything on the Post-it that you're not going to do. And if the project is too big, just take a little piece of that and put that on the Post-it. Okay. The goal is not how much can I get done today? The goal is knowing you're going to do what you said. And I challenge you to do this for a week. To do this for, like the people in the 9 pillars anti-fail experience, 90 days. And every single person who did it was like, oh my God, just the cumulative effect of knowing these three things a day got done for sure, no matter what, has changed my outlook on what's possible for me. Because if I make a plan, now I know I'm going to actually do it, because I'm not going to make a plan on this Post-it that's fake. I'm not going to make a plan on the Post-it that's like aspirational. The Post-it is really only what I'm committing to. So that is my call to action for you. Each week, I don't want to bring you new ideas and new things to implement. I really want to spend some of this time together on this podcast, just sharpening the saw on what you're already doing. I recently did a survey and asked, what did I ask? Hold on, I'm going to say it wrong. The question was, what's the one thing that gets in the way of achieving your business goals? If there's one thing, what would it be? Okay. And I asked people to take that survey, and the number one thing that they said, actually it's tied, but barely, but yes, number one is not enough time. Okay. Next was, I get overwhelmed. And yeah, we do get overwhelmed because there's so much to do all the time, and we don't know what to do first and what's a priority. So I really encourage you to try this three thing Post-it strategy. Okay. The 3-thing Post-it strategy. And you know what? If you have trouble keeping your word to yourself, like I do, or have in the past, I've gotten a lot better, but it's always a work in progress. Put one thing on that damn Post-it, one thing. And then I slap the Post-it in my notebook. And then when I go through my notebook, sometimes I'm like, look at all those Post-its of things I've actually done. Now, look, sometimes I put three things down there and one of them doesn't get done. It's rare at this point because I've gotten better at only putting things on there that I know I can do. If you don't know you can do it, it does not go on the damn Post-it. Okay. And if the project is too big, you don't put the whole project on the Post-it. You put one little piece of it. You build up the trust in yourself. You build up your ability to keep your word to yourself, and your confidence will be built. And I know that Dan Sullivan, who's a business coach, or I think he would be called a business coach, for years, I've heard him say the number one important thing for an entrepreneur's success is their confidence. If they feel confident, they show up and they do the things. And this 3 things on the Post-it will help you build your confidence. It will help you prioritize what's on your list, and it will help you trust yourself and be realistic about what's going to get done. So then each day you have a Post-it with 3 checked off things that are real, that you say, damn, I did that. So you don't always have that feeling of not enoughness, that feeling of, yeah, I worked hard and I got a lot done, but oh my God, there's so much to do. So you don't feel good. You don't feel good when you're always thinking about all the things that didn't get done. And if you don't feel good and excited to go to work, everything's harder. It's heavier. Ask me how I know. I've been going through a period of business that has felt heavy. Not all the time, but sometimes it feels heavy. It feels hard. It feels like there's too much to do, too much work. And when I'm really in my Post-it strategy, damn, it helps. It's lighter. It's more fun. I have a sense of accomplishment every single day. Even if the things are small, even if the things are go pick up ice cream for so-and-so's birthday. Boom. Dopamine hit because I did it. And a dopamine hit because I ate the ice cream later. But whatever, that's a different story. So tell me what is up with you. I really want to know what's going on. I talk to so many entrepreneurs in Miami, and I would love to hear from you. So, I've been doing a little bit more on Instagram. If you want to comment or say hello over there, it's at Jane Hamill Shy, CHI. Jane Hamill Shy, CHI, which is short for Chicago. Or hit me with an email. Give me an update on your business. brain@fashionbrainacademy.com. And if you haven't taken our survey, the survey is closed now, but if you know in your heart of hearts, if there's one thing that gets in the way of achieving your business goals, what would it be? Hit us with an email, brain@fashionbrainacademy.com, and let me know, because I would like to know what is holding you back. I'm an entrepreneur just like you. I've sold physical products. I've sold coaching, consulting, online courses. I've had a retail store. I've sold to big box stores like Saks, Bloomingdale's. I've done a lot of things. And still, I want to know what's in your brain. What are you going through on your journey of entrepreneurship right now? I am all ears. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everybody. And I will see you next time. Bye.